evening, and thank you for joining us for the Fifth Down. I am John Scheidler.
And I'm Kyle Logan. As we mentioned before the break, we had a big game in Rogers City, but that wasn't it. Where else were we, John?
Kyle, we were in Tawas, Atlanta, Allgray, and in Ogemaw, where the Alpena Wildcats were looking for their first win of the year. The Wildcats looking to get their second win in as many years over the Falcons of Ogemaw Heights. And Alpena had the passing game working in this one. Opening drive, Lars MacArthur takes the snap, steps back, he's downfield, and Joshua Lucas is on the receiving end. He will stumble his way inside the red zone. Same drive, it's 4th and 18 for Alpena, and MacArthur finds the big man, Jared Campbell. He breaks a couple tackles, marches his way into the end zone. Campbell had over 100 receiving yards in this one. Cats up 7-0 early. After a 3-and-out, Alpena has the ball back, and MacArthur is going to find Alexander Arch on the far sideline. He gets taken down at the goal line, in the QB, MacArthur, he's going to get in for 6. The Wildcats score 50 points in the game for the first time in 9 years. They had over 400 yards of total offense and held Ogemaw to 0 yards passing. They get the big win in their first win of the season, 52-12, the final.
Now let's move over to Rogers City, where the Hurons hosted the Alcona Tigers. Both teams undefeated, looking for the top spot in the North Star Big Dipper division. Early second quarter, it's the Manimal, Brock Franklin, muscling his way in from a couple yards out. Tigers up 6-0. 4 minutes later, it's Franklin again. The junior takes the carry left side, bounces off a couple of defenders before showcasing the speed. He's up the sideline, and he is gone. Cuts back to the middle just to make sure, blowing by a couple more. Second of 3 scores for him on the night. Alcona now up 2 possessions. 2 minutes later, someone else gets a touch. Hunter Sullivan takes the carry, bounces left side, and rolls into the end zone for 6. Tigers up 20-0, and just for good measure, under 30 seconds left in the half, Alex Stevenson drops back, throws deep downfield, and he would find Sullivan there for the easy pitch and catch. Alcona will go into the locker room up 30-0, and they go on to win by a final of 44-0.
Over in Allgray, the Wolverines were hosting Hillman in a battle of the Little Dipper. Second quarter, Billy Colcan takes the snap, cuts upfield, and dives into the end zone, and the Tigers jump out to a 13-6 lead. The Wolverines, however, answer back. It's a screen pass to the running back, Dylan Schutte, and he's going to shoot his way past the Tiger defenders and into the end zone. That score would put Allgray down 1, so they're going to elect to go for 2. And on the 2-point conversion, the quarterback, Caden Zane, is going to call his own number, break the plane for 2 points, so Allgray is now ahead 14-13. But from there on out, it was all Hillman as the Tigers improved to 2-1 on the year. They get the win in Allgray, defeating the Wolverines 35-20.
Now the Atlanta Huskies hold a 27-26 advantage in the all-time series over the Mayo Thunderbolts, despite Mayo winning every matchup the last 20 years. Could this be the year the Huskies get back on the winning end? Well, the Bolts not ready to let that happen. We picked things up early in the first quarter. Mayo already up 7-0. Riley McMaster takes this carry from 17 yards out through a big hole left side and gets to the end zone untouched. With the 2-point conversion, the Thunderbolts go up 15. After forcing a punt, Mayo back in action. Trey Thornton this time takes the pitch right side, stiff arms one man, then outruns everyone 38 yards to the goal line. Mayo goes up 21-0, but Atlanta fights back after a 66-yard kickoff return. Quarterback Austin Corbin looks left, goes back right side to find Enrico Reen for the 24-yard pitch and catch. The Huskies now trail 22-6, but Mayo will continue to pour it on. A couple drives later, McMaster now at QB drops back to find Thornton, this time at receiver from 27 yards out to give them a 28-6 lead. Atlanta would score one more time, but the Thunderbolts take this one easily, 56-14.
In our final highlight, we go down to Tawas, where the Braves hosted Standish Sterling. Under 30 seconds left in the second quarter, the Braves trailing 14-7, and they get some big D from Brandon Cameron, who comes up with the sack to keep Standish at bay. After a timeout, still under 30 seconds, they're trying to put more points up on the board. A deep pass downfield, and Owen Irving gets the pick. He's going to make some moves downfield in an attempt to score. Can he get there? No, he can't. He is eventually going to get tackled, and the Braves trail a touchdown going into the half. Now, first play from scrimmage in the second half is a big one. Everyone thinks Irvin has the ball, but it's really in the hands of Jordan Henry, and Henry is G-O-N-E, gone. He'll take that one 78 yards to the house to tie the game at 14. But in the end, Standish would prove too strong and take down Tawas 38-21.
Now a few out-of-town scores to report. In 8-man football, the Hale Eagles went on the road to meet the Vikings of Akron Fairgrove. Despite 3 touchdowns from sophomore William Bleda, the Eagles let this one slip away, falling in overtime by a final of 44-42. They remain winless on the season. And the Oscoda Owls on the road for the first time this season. Quarterback Jacob Malik, 265 passing yards and 4 touchdowns on the night. Defensively, Antonio Rayona, 14 tackles and 3 pass deflections. Oscoda wins this one 43-12 and moves to 2-1 on the season.
A few more scores to report. The Joburg Cardinals defeated Central Lake 35-8. The win puts the Cardinals at 3-0 on the year, and it's the 5th straight year that Joburg has defeated the Trojans. Joburg is home next week, looking for their 4th straight against Gaylord St. Mary. Additionally, Whittemore Prescott lost at home to Pinconning 28-6. The loss puts Whittemore at 1-2 on the year as Pinconning continues their dominance over the Cardinals, winning for a 6th straight year. Next week, Whittemore is in Standish Sterling.